Did you do anything before we started as far as a futures wager picking a team to win the Big Ten tournament?
I did take a flyer on Illinois. While I do like Maryland, Maryland was kind of the one team that my eyes went to, and I really want to see what they do in the big dance. I did like Illinois just because this team has kind of been slowed down a bit towards in February. It had the illness, had injuries, but this was a team that was kind of cruising for a top four spot before that speed bump. And now they're getting everyone right. They've won 3 straight games heading into the tournament. They're getting Marquez Johnson Jr. back. Marez Johnson Jr. back here for this game. This is kind of the most complete roster that we've seen the Illini have in about a month and a half. And I think that size and their defense can give just about everyone problems. So like a little flyer with the Illini. It was weird. They're a number 7 seed, but they at some sports books, they were the 3rd overall favorite to win this conference tournament.
I love their path too, because assuming they beat Iowa as a double-digit favorite today,
Yep.
then you come in tomorrow, take on a Maryland team that hasn't played in a week,
Yep.
and then you get maybe Michigan or Purdue. I don't hate that path at all, and I think they do have the talent to put together a couple days of solid basketball. And this was a team I remember when they went to, was it Oregon, and won by 20 plus. We came on this show and asked, are they good enough to go to the Final Four? And from that moment on, everything fell apart. Guys were getting sick. Guys were rolling ankles. But it does feel like this could be sort of a coronation for them to make a run. I would not be surprised at all if they beat Maryland. And what's that number? 4.5, Maryland minus 4.5? I mean, it's not going to be a big spread.
Yeah, it's definitely going to hinge on how well they do today, but I think the size inside can slow down Maryland's bigs, and that's kind of the anchor and the key of their offense. And because of that, they're going to make Maryland hit shots from outside. And as good as some of those Maryland guards have been, they haven't been consistent from outside. And so I think it's going to be a big battle royale inside, and whoever can make the outside shots, I think will win that basketball game.
Anything on the nightcap here? It's USC against Purdue. Purdue favored by double digits. The total in the upper 140s.
Yeah, I had Rutgers money line yesterday, which was, I mean, it was like having your heart ripped out of your chest, then put back in, then ripped out again, and then put back in, and then finally ripped out again. It was pretty bad. But I like Purdue to go over their team total here, 79.5. A lot of people are going to point, well, Rutgers just played a double overtime game, and now they're playing on 0 rest. It's kind of factored into the spread here, and they do play the late game, so it's not that bad. But even before, factoring in the rest advantage that Purdue's going to have here, USC is just not a good defense, and they really look bad towards the back end of the season. They won one of their final 6 or 7 games. They allowed 82 points per game. They gave up 90 to Purdue back in February, and Purdue is a team that thrives on points off turnovers. They're the top team in the Big Ten at taking your mistakes and making you pay for them. And USC has been really, really sloppy and been getting killed on points off turnovers, and somehow won that game last night. They had 21 turnovers. They allowed 31 points off of turnovers to Rutgers, yet still won that game because Rutgers couldn't hit an outside shot, and Rutgers is just Rutgers, I guess. But for me, I like Purdue in this game to go over 79.5 on their total. Not only can they score in transition, but they're the top offense in the Big Ten. They could beat these guys up in the half court set. I think I have the output for Purdue around 83 points in this one.